that is for me the perfect start to the day. So you're there in your bed, you're lying down, you're rubbing your eyes. Next thing you see is your woman giving you head.
Is there what's the word for that?
I don't think there's
rape. This guy is always on that thing.
I'm just saying,
no consent in it.
There's no consent there, bro. No consent in that situation there.
Fuck
it. But anyway, carry on. So you like rape in the morning? Carry on.
You got problems, bro. Straight problems.
Yes, sounding much more sexy this week. Welcome to another episode of the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. This is episode 90. Hashtag
season 2.
Hashtag ESN pod at ESN podcast on all your social medias. I am Stavros Boss, and in the room with me tonight I have Mr. Wolf.
Never toy with somersaults in the vicinity of monkeys. Monkeys themselves are experts at somersaulting. Remain modest and circumspect. Make no public show of your weakness.
Alright.
You're thinking about that,
innit? Yeah, no, it's this one's face that's there making me think because he's thinking. But I get it.
Alright.
I get it. I don't think it's a good one.
All right. We also. Oh, sorry. At
have you ever think any of them are good?
Yeah, of course.
At AKA Mr. Wolf on Instagram and at AKA _ Mr. Wolf on Twitter. We also have.
My lips are dry, but
properly dry.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not drinking enough water. You get me? But I got this thing called Burt's Bees.
Yep.
Burt's Bees lip balm. That's what's
your
up.
Your lips are dry. It looks like if you rub your lips together, it will spark. That's how dry your lips look.
So I got grayscale on my lips, yeah?
That's what yes, for once you look. I've got the grayscale.
Okay.
To a man that doesn't know what grayscale is. You know, I watched episode number 9 of season 3. Yesterday, it was just on.
Bruv, if it's just on, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I don't know what episode it is. It don't matter what it could be about.
It just so happened to be that one as well.
I'll just watch it. Sorry, Steph. I know you do your intro and whatnot, some shenanigans.
We also have Big Wahala.
At Big Wahala on Insta. At Big Wahala on Twitter. I can't come and kill myself. What's up, people?
He's the Mike Tyson of the podcast.
Okay,
no frills.
Keep talking about your program, innit?
No, we've finished now. It was there.
When is it coming back though?
I don't know. Apparently it's coming back maybe next year. But this old man still hasn't wrote the book again, innit? So the one that is due is the finale. Is the last season apparently? I think so. Yeah,
with 7 episodes. But even with that finale, there is a book that is due.
Yeah, because
to be written because the story's not finished.
No, because you guys are not even the story that's in the book is completely different from the story. Well, not going to say completely, but it's a lot of differences between the book and the actual program.
For the better or for the worse?
For the book is better than the program by far.
Oh, for real?
By far.
And the program's bloody good.
The book is bloody good.
Damn.
Do you want to talk about the program?
Do you know what I really want to talk about, bruv?
Yeah, but let people know what program you're talking about.
Oh, that's Game of Thrones. Listen, they know. As soon as the music is being played and we're talking about episode 9 of season 3.
I know what it is because... But I've never watched it. So there's other people that haven't watched it that don't know what you're on about.
What did you really want to talk about?
Yeah, talk about it.
Do you really want to know what I want to talk about, bruv? I want to talk about fucking power, bruv. But I'm looking at my man to my right. I can't fucking talk about it because he ain't fucking watched it.
You let the team down completely.
You know.
I sound really crackly in my headphones, by the way. Yeah. I look all right on the thing.
Talk about the thing. and I'll put my fingers in my ears. And so,
what's the point? You can't have a 3-man conversation and you're putting your finger in the ears.
Because it's not a 3-man, it's a 2-man conversation.
Yeah, but
I ain't seen it. I don't want to know about it until I do. Watch.
Man.
Just talk about the thing.
No, because we might even spoil it for others outside.
Yes, which is why I'm gonna put a disclaimer. The same way I put my finger in my ears, somebody else can skip forward 2 or 3 minutes, innit? And you talk your talk,
yeah, boy.
I think everybody's watched it.
Talk your talk, man.
I don't think everybody has watched
People
it.
want to hear about it. Talk your talk. Go.
Put your hands
Hold on.
I'm now gonna put my fingers in my ears.
Before you put your fingers in your ears,
Yeah, go on.
when are you gonna start watching that thing? Because I remember you, man, were going on about what was it?
Insecure?
Yes. And then I did my thing. I made sure that I caught up so we can talk about the thing.
Insecure is different than Game of Thrones. I don't know Power because I ain't watched it. I don't know. I can't put my hat in the box on that. But Game of Thrones, as far as I'm concerned, will end at some point, and just before it ends, I'll watch all of it. Insecure is it's the beginning. It's only season 3. I don't think it's not.
Power's going to end next season. I think
it's not going anywhere
It's
soon.
got one more year in it.
Yeah, one more year. It's
then,
got bad.
So then the same thing with Power. If they say next season, last season of Power, then I will start watching all of them from the beginning and catch up to everybody else. I just got into the habit now of watching things in big blocks. I don't know if it's Netflix or whatever that spoiled me, but I don't like watching things week for week. And then I don't even mind that too much the week for week, actually. It's the big gaps in between seasons. That's the thing that annoys me. Because especially when they end on some cliffhanger business.
Yeah, but then I can...
This ain't Dallas anymore, man. I need to know what's happening.
I fill them up with other programs, that's why. So I don't have a problem. So
I don't watch too much TV.
I watch a lot of programs, so I just schedule one else in. So when one finishes, something else starts. So
Well, for me, like, as I've been away 2 weeks, I miss nothing on TV. Podcast now. My phone is because I wasn't using my data. My phone as a 2018 podcast, but TV programs, the Skybox is just there collecting dust. So I'm not a TV person, innit?
Like this new Sky Q thing is quite good for those that have got it. You can just download the whole thing and just keep on your box.
Yeah, they're trying to get me to get this thing, but I don't know. I'll get it at some point. But then it's now a point now. If your internet is down, you can't watch TV.
It's mad.
It's blatantly that now. So if your internet is down, you cannot watch TV if you got Sky Q because it doesn't go through the satellite box, does it?
Okay, it goes over internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's one of them ones where when my broadband was down, the whole reason my broadband was down by BT, the only thing I could do was watch Sky. So you're telling me I can't even do that now?
Yeah.
So you're like, what? So what? I can't do nothing.
It's a sticky one still.
I can't come and kill myself.
Talk your part, man, because I know lots of people are talking about this last episode or the last 2 episodes or something. I don't know, but you talk the thing.
Okay, well, we can go on the season as a whole because the season is
over.
Done. Yeah. This was season number 5, right? Is this season 5?
I don't know. I don't care, man. It's over.
All right. Well, what I will say about season 5 compared to the other seasons is that I think this was the worst season.
It is bad.
But I don't think it was bad. I think because
rubbish, for a long time.
Because the other one set such a precedent that people really think that this one is whack. But it obviously picked up season episodes 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, before no, because Stav's put his headphones in, but
and the rest of them was rubbish.
And he said he's gonna cut it in. Please, if you have not watched Power, just don't listen to this bit for the next, I don't know how long.
It's going to be about 5 minutes. It ain't going to be for that long.
All I know is that I'm glad that they killed her, man. Or she's not even dead.
She's dead.
No, she's not. Apparently the producer said that she's not dead. Even though they shot her right in the heart,
they
she's
shot
not
her
dead.
in the middle of the chest.
Apparently she's not dead. Apparently she's going to be in the next season.
But then if they do that, then that just makes it even worse.
And why is my man screaming worse at the fact that they shot her than his own daughter when she died?
Oh, Ghost.
I can't stand his foolishness.
You know
what? He used to be the G, and now I just can't stand him. Why has nobody shot Tariq? Just shoot Tariq.
Yeah, but you just want everybody to be killed off. They ain't got that many characters.
Nah, Tariq needs to die, man. Tariq is a bit like Joffrey. He's the one child that everybody wants dead.
Yeah.
Because he's a fool, and he's just dumb. And why is Dre able to get out of every situation known to man? How is Dre able to just escape every... There'll be a room with 50 man and Dre and his one gun and Dre will manage to get out. How?
Hold on. Are you saying... Let me just rewind a little bit that they should kill off the son?
Yes. They should have left the daughter live and kill off the son.
But that's the whole thing, innit? They need bad guys in these kind of programs, man.
Okay, Ghost, teach me the game, Ghost. Teach me the game.
This is me. This is who I am.
You ain't no one. You're a fool boy from big New York, apartment that's got all nice money. You've never been broke. You've never had anything, and you're talking about this is who I am. Slap him.
I won't lie. I really wanted to get the sandpaper.
Yeah.
Put it on the back of my hand and give him a dirty slap, bruv.
And
because that's what he needs. He ain't been given that proper discipline. You know what I'm saying? He needs some proper African discipline. Go and stand there, put your hands up, close your eyes. He hasn't had that.
Do you see? This is my thing now. What I don't like is how they've turned characters that I like into people that are doing shady stuff. Like Proctor was my guy, man.
Oh, Proctor
was my guy,
but
then why did he start? But then he turned snitch though.
Nah, but he
did though.
He did, and then he kind of squirmed out of it.
Nah, he turned snitch. I'm not talking about when he was doing the wire. I'm talking about when he went to go and tell him about the what's her name, Angela, who nobody cares about. Everybody obviously wants Angela to die.
Yeah.
But the problem I've got with this, and this is what I'm saying, because I've got a little group that we talk about power, and I was upset about this one thing, If
a WhatsApp group.
If anything happens, Facebook actually. If anything happens to Tommy because of the Angela situation, I will be vexed. And the reason why I say this is because every single time Tommy loves somebody or has something good in his life, Ghost manages to get them killed or get rid of them.
And it's not he manages to get them killed. He gets Tommy to do the work.
Yeah.
And
he killed the girlfriend, killed the dad.
Because that, you know how significant it was for him to take off the ring from his chain.
Yeah.
Listen, from when he realized that Ghost was the one that kind of set him up to kill his dad, bruv.
But that's not why he took off the ring, though.
No.
He took off the ring because of what's her name, Keisha. But
I kind of co-signed, bruv. Go kill him. Go ahead and go and kill Ghost.
But was he looking to kill Ghost or was he looking to kill Angela?
No, he was looking to kill Ghost, bruv. He was.
In the end,
I think
Ghost was in the right Ghost was in the right in letting him know.
But he shouldn't have done it.
But he shouldn't have told him like that. He should have. That's your brother. You should have said, "Look, I've got these things from Terror." I understand why he wanted him to do it because if anybody else killed the dad, then Tommy obviously would have gone a bit loopy.
Would have felt away.
But he should have just said to him, "Look, I've found Angela found the photos." Even that was so dumb. Like, if you just saw the photos just now, right? If she had saw the photos and then went straight to Ghost and said, I found the photos of some guy, Tommy's dad, it's fine. But then she went to that policeman and said, who is this guy? Oh, it's Tommy's, and then suddenly Tommy's dad dies. Of course it's you. Who else is it gonna be?
She kind of set herself up there.
They need to shoot her, man. They need to shoot her again just to make sure she's dead. Because I can't stand her, man. I can't stand her. At the moment, I can't stand Ghost. Even Tasha started to get on my nerves as well.
Yeah, but you know when my man went missing, what's his name? Is it Terry
Silver?
Terry Silver.
Terry Silver's trying to give out the dick these days, isn't it?
I thought that I'd missed out a chunk of the fucking episode. So I kind of went back. I said, hold on, if I missed a piece here.
But I'm trying to figure out, did Ghost kill him or did he just choke him out?
Bruv, he killed him, bruv. He killed him. He got rid of him.
See, for me, that's a bit of pussy as well. Like,
he's jealous.
After all this time that he's... Yeah, but this is my problem, yeah?
He still loves her.
No, this is my problem, yeah? You're worried about Terry Silver, but Angela's the reason why you're in all the problems that you've had all this time.
He's not worried about Terry Silver. He just wants his cake and eat, innit?
Nah, he was worried about Terry Silver.
What, in case he gave her the dick?
In case he snitched. I don't think he thought that Tasha was enough to stop him from doing what he needed to do.
I think at the point when he saw Tasha getting banged by him, that's when he switched.
Maybe. I don't know. But either way, Angela's the one that needs to die. And when Tommy and Tasha were going to kill her in the house, I was like, yeah.
I was in a group and I just finished watching it and some idiot posted the fucking picture of her getting shot.
Oh, wow.
Why do people do these things, man?
Well, the one before when I watched the Kanan one, I was waiting for the missus to watch it and everyone took R.I.P. Kanan. I was like, what's wrong with you?
That's what I'm saying.
But then even sometimes it's the people that's in the program that do it as well. Because 50 Cent was doing it.
Do you know why they do it? Because they want you to watch it at the point it comes out.
Yeah, but if people are in another country, remember this is all international now. You can't really be doing that.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna show things at the same time, which you're not prepared to do. I was vexed, man. I saw R.I.P. I was like, come on, man. And I was watching the show at the time. I was like, come on, man. But Kanan went out like a G.
He went out like a G, but the way that Tariq kind of set him up is proper
bitchy,
man. It's
like Ghost, isn't it?
Wait, so they're the same.
That's what he said. You're just like your father. There was a
yeah, but is that his dad?
That was a story going around that Kanan was the dad, innit?
That's what I'm saying.
But I think that's not happening. It wasn't Kanan that's the dad or whatever. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's get Stav back in the podcast because it's been off. Stav.
But yeah, just to end on it, I think this season got saved by the last 3 episodes, and I'm looking forward to seeing season 6. Personally,
I don't know.
Listen, when it comes out, you're gonna watch it. Man.
Of course I am.
One time, and that person died, and the other person died, and that person died. Yeah,
and the other one gave out some pussy,
and all of that happened.
All right, talking about dying though.
No, that was long, man.
Yeah,
was it?
Yeah, it felt like it. I got through a good few songs. I should really play. Let me play.
What are you listening to?
Play what? Why would you play what you're listening to?
I was listening to, you know, so.
I just spoke to my stylist, Kier.
I like Ghetts.
Yeah, okay. Look at that. Yeah, I was just listening.
You know what?
I was just listening.
Big up Ghetts, man. That album is solid.
You know what? Because I started, and
that's a new Giggs album.
Not Gigs.
Sorry, not Giggs. Sorry, Ghetts. Man's just mixing up his blacks, you know.
I was thinking
like Ghetts.
Look at blacks. I started, and then once I got to the Chip song, I think that's all I've listened to since.
What? What's it called?
Shellington Crescent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been on that. The first song and Shellington Crescent. Like the first 3 songs and Shellington Crescent. I skip all the rest of them.
There's a song called Halloween. Is it Halloween?
Halloween.
I think it's Halloween. And at the end, Wretch gets on the song, but then he fades him out. Wretch sounded like he was about to just murder that song, boy.
Oh,
I was waiting for that. I said, hold on, why did he fade it out? I was like,
I said, man didn't want to get slaughtered twice on his own album.
Yeah, what did he say? What did he say? Something about lift up the skirt. So I said, what's kind of it? He was guiding like he was about to go hard, but he get cut off.
I skirt off in the
German or something
in the car. I get a skirt off in the car.
Yeah. I was like,
that's on the album.
Yeah.
The album is good, man. Big up Ghetts, man.
I'm gonna have to touch on that. I touched on Wale's album. He's got a new album, man.
Yeah, EP.
Well, it's like a 7-song thing.
Yeah, it's an EP.
Well, is everyone doing a 7-song thing now?
I don't know. He's done quite a couple EPs actually. He's releasing quite a few of them.
I don't listen to Wale.
He's alright, man.
He's good, man.
I got support, man.
Disney released the EP as well.
Chip released something?
He released 1 song.
Was it just 1 song?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. His album's coming out 10/10, I think, innit?
Let me check, because I think I saw something come on my...
He's got 3 songs out, but he released 1 song, I think, yesterday.
Alright, go on then. So, Wale, Mr. Wolf, any good?
Yeah, man. I've done 1 listen, and the 1 listen for me was okay. Normally, I like to go through an album maybe 2, 3, 4 times before I take it in, but on the first listen, I thought, yeah, feeling this straight away.
Okay,
it was alright. Well, it was alright for me. It was alright.
Good for Wale.
There's a lot of things that came out on Friday, man. But yeah, me out of these Ghetts, that was the one for me.
I stuck with Ghetts.
I enjoyed Ghetts album.
I had limited data, so I stuck with Ghetts.
You know what? I like? I like the fact that people are supporting the old school man then, because it was Ghetts Friday this Friday. Same way when like everybody was just supporting Ghetts, and I was like, it's good to see that the people have got his back. He was on Channel 4 as well, talking about gang and knife crime, and I think touched a bit of colorism. I didn't get to watch all of it though.
D-Double didn't get that support, though, did he?
D-Double got some support from some.
His album wasn't as good as Ghetts, anyways.
Yeah, his album was as good as Ghetts, but I like D-Double album Staying Way.
It's alright.
Yeah,
D-double-E.
Yeah, I like it Staying Way. But it would be nice to hear a song with both of them on the albums, or any of their albums, especially the way that they've smashed up the ratings. You see they have not smashed up the ratings.
I haven't seen anything since.
Okay, so they did a proper set, like a
who?
Ghetts and D-Double.
That's
and
it?
Ghetts, D-Double, and who was the last one? I forget his name, man. I forget his name. I think it's the other Noom General. I forget him. But anyway, they did a set, like a proper, like a radio set, like you one that you'd have in a rave. They smashed it.
Okay, that's good.
It was about 20 minutes. They smashed it, man.
And they showed it all on TV.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the TV. They did it on YouTube, innit? It comes on YouTube. But they smashed it.
Okay.
They smashed it. But yeah. So yeah, man, Ghetts' album was good. It's good to see him, flourishing. He's been doing his thing for a long time. He's gonna be in the Intent 2 as well, coming out soon. I haven't even watched Intent 1 actually, so I need to watch that on Netflix quickly before the Intent 2 comes out.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The Intent is it's like a UK gangster film done by Nicky Slim Ting.
Okay.
So it's old, man. It's got our first one had like Fecky in it. It has all the man them in there. And this one's got Ghetts is the main character in this one. I don't know if he was the main character in the first one. I haven't seen the first one. That's what I'm saying. I gotta watch it. But yeah, man, he's doing his thing at the moment. I'm glad to see that he's flourishing.
Yeah, good on him. Good on him. It's a decent album from him, because I don't think he actually makes good albums at all. Anywhere near it. I think when he makes.
Nah, the last album, not the last one. The one before was really good.
I don't think he makes good albums, but this one is good. This one is good.
He's got a couple for me that are good albums. But touching on music while we're here, we're gonna talk about the Eminem diss track, Kill Shot.
I still don't even listen to the thing, man.
Yeah,
I listened to it once. I was in the airport at the time. I didn't have time to the girl was running around.
Does anybody really care about it?
I'd left my passport. I mean, my something or whatever. So I needed to. I wasn't concentrating. Let's put it that way.
Because, like I said, Gunshot Kelly is known.
Gunshot Kelly.
Machine Gun. Well, there you go. Machine Gun Kelly.
Gunshot Kelly sounds better than Machine Gun Kelly still, though.
You get me? So there you go.
Gunshot Kelly sounds like he's from Jamaica.
Yeah, Gunshot Kelly.
That kind of just goes on the point that I'm trying to make, is that there's some people that know him, but based on what he's doing, more and more people are going to know who this guy is. But
that's the whole diss track for Eminem, basically. I made you famous. No one knows you. The only reason people know you now is because of me.
It's true.
And don't talk about my daughter and yada yada yada. The best lyric he said was about Puffy, and it was like, "Are you gonna admit that you something like the Puffy might admit that he was the one that got Tupac killed, or whatever." Puffy was looking at the screen like, "Why are you bringing my name into this shit, man?"
He did his little disclaimer at the end
Yeah,
as well.
I'm sorry, Puff. Sorry. I was like, come on, man. For me,
you know, I love you, Puff.
Yeah,
but he either believes that Puff did. So what he said was something along the lines of, and this is me that didn't even hear it properly. The day that you're better than me or something is the day that Puff admits he's the one that
killed Tupac.
That
or was behind
that called for the death of Tupac.
Well, and that's what they say in the story, innit? In the part of have you watched the Tupac and Biggie story?
No. What, the documentary one?
Yeah. No, not the documentary one. The one where it's like a program.
Yeah.
No. It come out very recently.
Yeah.
That's
so in the program,
this one's veered off again.
In the program, they basically they said that
they insinuate.
They said because basically one of Sugar's guys must have shot one of Puffy's guys outside a club or something like that, and then the person that actually, or the group of people that actually are meant to have killed Tupac were part of Puffy's West Coast security, basically, and he must have said to them, "I'll give you $1 million for anybody if you kill, basically if you kill Suge." Yeah, that's what they said, that he was offering $1 million to anybody that kills Suge. Yeah, but or was it Suge? Yeah, Suge and Pac or whatever. But the reason why they actually killed Tupac wasn't because of that. Basically, it was because they beat up the guy that night, and then they went and then shot him. So they stomped out the guy at the Tyson fight.
Yeah. So
it was a cousin of the guy that Puffy had said to him, "I'll give you $1 million if you do it." And then they must have just said, "Well, boy, it's like killing two bears in one stone, basically. Let's do it now and get the $1 million." And obviously the man just beat up my cousin. Let's go and do it. So it wasn't for the money they actually did it. Well, they would have done it if there was no money involved anyway.
Not from what you just said.
No,
I don't know what the program said. But
basically, the man beat him up. Yes. They wanted to shoot him, and then they was like, "Well, we might as well do it as well because we're gonna get money as well."
Okay.
So anyway, so that's what they say. So
he did, man. He did. Some people do think he's alive, man.
He's gone.
He's a gunner, man. Unfortunately.
So back to alive rappers then.
I just think that this track was weak, man. For me, for Eminem, it's weak. Me and my boy were having a discussion. He was like, "Oh, it's good to hear who rap again, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "What's this? This is nothing good." He's like, "Yeah, but because I heard so much rubbish recently, this is." I said, "The only reason why you're even thinking this is any good is because you think everything else is rubbish. That doesn't make this good."
I don't see anything wrong because you sent it with. You sent it to the man them, and everybody had their little 2 cents to put in before I got to comment on it.
It's good.
And
Panda.
You might as well let me talk today, man. What's going on? Without being interrupted today.
That's the bad boy rap that we're listening to.
And it didn't get no rave reviews, but I heard it and I thought it was alright. There's nothing wrong with it.
Will you listen to it again?
No. Like I said, not properly. Anyways, I wanted to listen to it before we started.
No, but I said, I'm saying if you listen to it, you won't want to go and listen to it again. Now, this is what I said. Yeah, this summer, right?
Yes.
We've had Duppy, which is 20 times better than that. We've had the story of, is it Adidon or Adonis?
Adidon.
Adidon.
That's 50 times better than that.
Yeah, go on.
You're meant to be the best rapper alive. You're meant to be the best battle rapper alive. Blah 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 blah. And your diss track is the weakest.
Yeah, but listen, let's not get it confused. All right, let's not mess things up. Having a good battle rap also depends a lot on who you're actually battling. So if I'm up here and you're down there, it's hard for me to have a super duper wicked battle rap because
come on,
it's
man.
like you have no history, you have nothing for me to grab onto to insult and to. So whereas Drake and Pusha actually have a backlog, they have a history, they have credentials. It's easy for them to go at each other.
Nah, for me it was just
It's what can you say about Machine Gun Kelly?
I'm better than you.
But that's what you say.
I'm better than you.
Okay, all right.
You're not in my league.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Yeah, you're not a battle rapper, but you've rapped before and you understand the art of battle rapping. Now I'm not gonna ask you to do a battle rap by no means. But if I told you, all right, I'm going to battle rap Machine Gun Kelly, I'm one of the biggest rap stars of all time. What do I say?
Okay, so for one, I would start I would start with the fact that you're a minor person. You're a Mayute to me.
Okay.
I would
Mayute.
I would crush him depending on what his lyrics are. I might crush him about some of his bars that he's got.
Okay.
Go about stuff like that. I'll talk about how he looks. I'll probably talk about if he's got no money. I might talk about the no money thing, which again Eminem did.
Tick. All four of these things he's mentioned.
Yeah. Hold on. If as I'm a black person, I would just cuss him because he's white too.
Okay, but these are two white rappers. So on top of that,
I might still cuss him because he's white. Because I would say, look, you're basically. He did say it as well. He said you're a stan.
Exactly.
I would say I would just say that I birthed you. That's how I would say that I birthed you. I would make it into a birthing process. I'll talk about how I birthed you. I probably banged your mom. That's where you came out. How you up. I would have gone through all of that way. I would have taken it there.
Okay.
I would have taken it there, but that's me innit. But then go at Budden then. Why you going at him for? Budden did a whole hour cussing you. You didn't go at Budden.
He might come at Budden later.
He's sitting there doing interviews, talking about Budden.
You got a real problem with Eminem recently.
I don't think Eminem's up to the par, man. And it upsets me that people think that this is the greatest rapper alive.
But he's one of.
He's not my top 10.
He's not in the top 10.
Not in my top 10.
Don't mind him.
He's not in my top 10.
He just
can you put somebody in your top 10 that we might be surprised of? That's in your top 10, and Eminem is not in there.
Jay-Z.
No, because nobody's going to be surprised about that.
Most people
that will be your number one.
Jay-Z's number one.
No, standard. I know that will be your number one. You're the
Biggie number 2. Reginald Noble number 3.
Who did you say? Biggie 2.
Do you know
Biggie
Biggie's album? I swear it was 20 years ago. It came out
potentially, yeah.
this week. Mad. Ready to die.
Redman is the third best rapper of all time.
For me, yeah. Consistent.
You say consistent. Do you listen to the stuff he does recently? Because it's not like he stopped. He's doing stuff now.
Yeah, it's not bad. So Redman.
But that's what you can say about his recent stuff. It's not bad.
Redman is still better than Eminem. Redman. Andre 3000.
I feel it's better than Redman.
It flurries between the two. Sometimes I put CeeLo at number 5, depending on how I feel that day.
Just put M at number 10. Bro.
I never put Eminem at
No, but okay.
Number 6, I'll put Scarface. Scarface will probably be number 5, to be honest. Face more.
I just want to
Ghostface Killer number 6. I'll keep going. I won't get to Eminem in the top 10.
I just want one name that if you said that becomes before Eminem, that most people would look at you and be like, really?
Ghostface probably. Redman probably.
Ghostface. Maybe Redman.
No, people that even
Andre 3000 probably. CeeLo Green definitely.
Even Eminem says Redman is
CeeLo Green definitely
is his idol, like he's one of the top rappers, so people can shush about that one. CeeLo, anyone that doesn't, those are people that don't know rap.
Yeah, but you're asking me questions though, and I'm telling you that these people will say
I'm talking about people that know rap. People that know rap and want to talk bad about CeeLo, it's just they don't know.
Well, I'm just saying those are the people that I think are better than Eminem. So Eminem doesn't make my top 10.
All right, okay.
Who is?
Slick Rick. Slick Rick will probably be in there. Somebody will say, "How can you say Slick Rick's better than Eminem?" But I
don't think he's good enough actually.
So who's 8, 9, and 10?
So Slick Rick will be in there. Nas will be at some point in there. The false prophet himself. There's someone I just said. I can't remember what I just said now.
Did you say Ghost and Ray, or you just said Ghost?
I said Ghost.
So you got 2 more.
No, I've got up to 9 now.
It doesn't matter. He said a lot, man. He said Scarface. He said Andre 3000,
you got one
CeeLo,
more,
Nas, Jay, Slick Rick,
the ruler,
the rich ruler. That is.
Thank you very much.
He's given a bunch of people.
Black Thought, by the way.
Black Thought.
Most Def, Pharoah Monch.
Most
I
deaf.
think these men are all better than Eminem. But anyway, that's just me, innit?
Pharoah Monch is fully underrated.
If Eminem and Pharoah Monch had a battle, I think Pharoah Monch will beat him. And I don't even think it'll be even near a contest.
Has Pharoah Monch done anything recently?
No, he's done stuff in a while.
Because I need to hear something from him, actually. Now that his name's been mentioned, I need to hear something from Pharoah Monch. Yeah, he's not that old, though.
I was actually listening to old school artist. I see albums just come out. Black Sheep.
Black Sheep.
Yeah, now we're talking about old school, boy.
No, that's old school. Bro.
I'm just saying that for me, Eminem is, as an MC, lyricist, yes, he's top there. He's one of the best lyricists. Blah blah blah. If you talk about complete MCs, nah, man, I'm not putting him in the top 10. Not putting him there.
Okay.
He can't do everything.
What is it you can't do?
What? But the ones that you put in there can do everything.
I think majority that are in my top 5 can do everything.
Okay. Say no more.
He switches to top 5 now. What is it you can't do? What do you want from an MC?
Huh?
What do you want from an MC?
I want you to be able to do the battle raps. I want you to be able to do the braggadocious. Because for me, an MC is the whole point of MCing is just to prove that you're the best. And say you're the best. In the best ways of saying that you're the best. And that's why I like Jay-Z. Because they'll be like, he's always saying he's the best. And I said, that's what MCs are supposed to do. That's what they started from when they're in the house and they was talking about how, you know, I'm the dude and I'm the best. That's what they talk about. How they're better than every person. That's all they need to do.
Okay.
So,
go on.
So you have to be able to do battle raps. You have to be able to say that you're the best. You have to be able to do stories. You have to be able to flow. You have to be able to have good cadence. You have to have all of these things.
And be a good feature. And even dominate a feature.
Not necessarily.
I love it when rappers do that.
I prefer Kendrick to Eminem, by the way.
You know when you're feature on a tune and then you go on there and then you just mash up the thing.
Yeah, shout out Chipmunk on that Shellington Avenue again. Sorry, Shellington
Chipmunk,
Crescent.
almost every feature he's always smashing them.
I put it on Twitter and I want to put it on the podcast because not everyone reads me. On Chipmunk's album, what was it called? Whatever it's called, anyways, the one that came out a year or two ago.
The one that's the second of something, innit?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Anyways, the sequel, whatever it is, Ghetts was on that album, and Ghetts actually outdid Chip on that album, on that song. I don't think it was even close. Because I heard, I was like, wow, really? Because he had a lot of features on that album, and that one he got murked. Ghetts took him out, and I said, boy, Ghetts is Ghetts, innit? Ghetts will take you out. Chip didn't forget. He didn't forget. And when this album came out, he said, no, not twice in a row, and I'm gonna repay the favor, and I'm gonna murk you on your own album as well. And that's what he did. He came through and he murked him. He did a good job. He did a good job. So I just want it known that it's out there that some people have long memories and they don't let it go. No. And a good rapper should want to do that as well. Should be even your best friend. I should be there trying to demolish you on a song.
Let me ask you a question, because Eminem on one of these tracks, I can't remember, was talking about how I think he was talking about Drake. Either Drake, Kanye West, or Lil Wayne, one of the three of them anyway.
Right now, lyrics.
No, saying that he was better than them on Forever. When I featured on that Forever song, blah blah, he mentioned his lyrics and he was talking about Forever. Okay. Joe Budden thought he was talking about Jay-Z, but he's not. He's actually talking about those guys on Forever.
All right.
Do you think he was the best on Forever?
I can't remember off the top of my head now.
I listened to it the other day.
And who do you think is the best?
Drake.
First name.
Last
name ever.
I don't even know if it was even his. I think the chorus is the best part of the whole song.
It does make the song. It makes
what's the chorus again?
And everybody's doing the one for me, and I ain't even stopping them. Oh, I want this shit forever mine, ever mine, ever mine.
Well, it wasn't Wayne.
It wasn't Wayne, and it wasn't Kanye.
But during them times, Wayne was
fire.
Wayne had stake to be called one of the greatest rappers.
I was talking about him the other day.
I still think that Lil Wayne is the most improved rapper of all time.
Is he a crackhead?
Yes, I believe so.
Who knows, man?
I believe he's on the...
I believe he's taking those
anyway,
drugs.
Let's move on a little bit, man.
Why you gotta move on?
Tired of
you got something to say?
Go on then. No. Just okay. What do you want to move on to?
I want to know about Ghana and Nigeria. You said that you're going to elaborate on that a little bit more, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought I'd come back and I'd let things...
Hey, you got stories, man. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got no stories, man. What stories?
I don't know, brothers. You spent... How long was you there for?
I was out there for 2 weeks. I spent nearly a week in Nigeria and just over a week in Ghana. We were in Ghana for.
So you spent more time in Ghana.
I spent more time in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for a wedding, so that's why. And my missus was one of the bridal party.
Okay.
So that's the reason we went over there anyway, since I shoehorned the Nigeria section into it.
What do you mean?
Sorry?
What do you mean?
We were meant to go to Ghana for 2 weeks.
Oh, I see.
And I said, we ain't going all the way over there, taking our daughter, and she doesn't
taking our jobs.
And she, exactly. And she doesn't take, sorry. For everyone, we're recording in the night, but I landed back today. I landed back this morning, and I've had little sleep. I've been on planes. I've been on 4 planes in the last couple of weeks, and I'm a bit out of it. So if I'm messing up, it's because these guys keep interrupting me whilst I'm trying to talk. So forgive me. So yeah, I said we ain't going all the way over there without touching base in Nigeria. Even though I don't go over there often, but if I'm gonna be over next door, my daughter has to see Nigeria as well. So that's why we went to Nigeria. We spent a few days there. So that's the only reason. It could have been 2 days. She just had to go to Nigeria as well. And
that was her first trip to Nigeria, right?
Yes, her first trip to Nigeria, first trip to Ghana. But she's been about the globe.
Can you imagine that that's the first grandchild to go to Nigeria?
Okay.
Out of all the grandchildren that's there, that's the first one.
That's good, man.
And he took her to see Granddad's house. And that was a very touching video. He sent us a video of her when she was at Granddad's house. Yeah. If I was an emotional guy, if I was him, basically, if I was Steph, I would have cried by there.
I cried today.
You see what I'm saying?
I was watching one program. I'll tell you about it later. Remind me.
You see what I'm saying?
Remind me.
If I was Steph, I would have cried. But when you saw the video, because he showed the video and he sees Steph holding his daughter and he's looking at Granddad's house, which is being reconstructed by the way. And he's like, oh, this is Granddad's house. He's like, Granddad's house. And he's like, it's not. What do you think? It's nice. and then just look over there, it's dirty. But it was very heartfelt to see her looking obviously at her past, and I'm sure Granddad obviously felt a little bit of a way. I think he actually sent the video to his uncle.
So hold on, she was in her granddad's house or her great granddad's house?
Her granddad's house, or great granddad's house, I suppose.
Yeah, it would have been. That's the family home.
Okay.
So yeah, my dad grew up there, her granddad. And I don't know how long it's been in the family, but obviously it was her great granddad's before my dad's, so that's the lineage. Maybe before then as well. I don't know, so I can't go that far. I haven't asked actually. But the thing is, at the moment, it's like you said, it's being redeveloped, and my dad wants us. I don't know if he's spoken to you about it. He wants us to take part into the redevelopment thing. Yes. We never spent any time there, but all right. I guess these are stories because what you find so I was in Ghana, Nigeria, like I said, but you find 1,100,000 houses that are just halfway built. That is what you see. Every 5 seconds, you see construction site with nobody on it. It's not like you see people working at it. It's just there with bamboos, holding up the concrete. It's mad. It's mad. So this is one of those ones where it's just there. I took her in. We actually walked inside. It's got corrugated iron outside, but we walked in. People are just hanging out their laundry there, and it's just become a tip for whatever. But that's another story. So I'm saying, yeah, this is where Grandad did. And she said, nice, and that's that. So we went around the area. My uncle that I was with was explaining, how we're connected. The ones I was staying with, how we're connected to him family wise. He said, oh, this is my uncle's house, and then he took me to his your dad's dad is my dad's brother, and this is where he lived, and it's just across the road, and blah blah. So he's taking me around, and it's a beautiful thing. Like you said, it is nice to have that thing and to pass it on. And I think it's very important to do those things because I didn't feel that connection with home because I didn't go. I went when I was her age actually, but then I didn't go until I was 30. After that. So obviously, 28 years is a long time, and you don't really feel the connection. I mean, I feel the connection when I'm there, but it's just different. It's just different. So I don't want it to have that break.
Disconnect.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. How about that kind of shopping thing that you went to? And did you go to the kind of construction area of Echo Atlantic City? No, there's a bit where we were going to the beach where we were trying to get to Bar Beach, but you can't even get to it because they're doing all that stuff. So for those that don't know, they are building what you see in Dubai in Nigeria, basically.
the Dubai of Africa.
Yeah,
that's what they want to call it.
Yeah, it's called Echo Atlantic City. I thought it would be done by now.
Come on now.
We didn't. But the people we were staying with and the people that were driving us around, it's like I'm driving around today. I forgot what it's like to drive because you just have drivers in Ghana, you just have drivers in Nigeria, innit? And it's not the kind of places they're gonna frequent. So it's not necessarily places that when they're like the people we were with. I got more information on what to do from people here that go back there than the people that are there. If things make sense, they go to work. Either the uncles and aunts, they're retired, and it's not the type of places they want to go to. Anyways, they're not thinking about them kind of things. Or the youngsters are going to work and coming home.
Yeah, we get that over here. To be honest, I get some people coming to me saying, "What's there to do in London, tourist wise?" And I'm like, "Boy, don't know."
You don't know. You're not looking at these things.
Yeah, the thing is that we see them as basic. But they see them as exciting. So if we tell them the London Eye, Big Ben, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I need to go see Buckingham Palace." And I'm like, "Okay, go on then."
All right. Well, I went to the National Museum in Nigeria,
and
I'll tell you, I've never wanted to be rich more than then because it was shambles. It was just broken down. It was half empty. There was so much stuff that wasn't in there.
I thought you said that you was impressed with like the artwork.
Oh, artwork and museums. It's history. It's historic articles in it. It's not necessarily artwork. So I went to lots of art galleries in Ghana and Nigeria, and wicked. The artwork in for West Africa, and I was talk wicked, and there's so much of it. Who would have known? There's so many art galleries in Nigeria. So we went to I think 4, and we had just missed the art festival in Ghana before we got there. And they actually lined the streets with graffiti, kind of. There's an area where they just line the streets with graffiti. So once it's finished, the graffiti just remains. And then I think for the next year, they'll overdo it. So we got to sort of remnants of that. There's an actual festival, which we missed. But you see the artwork still remain there on the walls.
There's some serious artists in Nigeria.
It's wicked.
You see them on Instagram and some of the artwork is mad.
It's wicked.
They look like photographs.
Poverty breeds talent.
Yeah, okay, for instance... I don't know if I'll send you the videos or the clips of the animals that were made with tires.
No.
Used tires.
Send it in a group.
It's mad. I was just showing my sister, I was just around there, and the kids are in the house saying, "Is that real?" It's like, "Is that an alligator?" Like, no, that is tires. But
rubber.
From the picture, rubber. Actual tires that are on cars that they've taken off, and I don't know what he's done to put them together. And it looked like a real alligator. There's one with a gorilla. And it's sitting on the tire. The gorilla is sitting on the tire doing the thinking man. For those of you that don't know the thinking man pose, it's mad, and it just looks so real. But anyways, I'll show you all that stuff. So
Mr. Wolf feels so bad about himself because I haven't been in such a long time. For those that know me as well, they'll say that I'm some mad patriot, man. But I'm an Oyibo patriot. One time, I haven't been back in about 14 years, you know. I've had so many opportunities.
14?
Yeah.
I thought you've been back since I've been back.
No. I've had so many opportunities to go back, but one thing or the other prevents me from going, whether it's work or this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? But I need to make sure that changes next year.
Ooh.
Need to renew my Nigerian passport and then take it from there, man.
I would like to go with the man them at some point.
That's what I'm saying, because if I am going, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going with the fellas. Good thing is that the kids went about 3 years ago. So they've been there, they know it, and they can't wait to get back.
So other things that I dealt with in Africa was one thing feeling bad with, because I wanted to come back to the UK. I realised, and shout out to the Gathering Pod, which we shout out every week now, because I know one of them went on a rant about, yes, it was a rant, about people not wanting to go back home. People from the diaspora not wanting to go back home and choosing to live in the UK or America or wherever. And I realised I don't think I could live in Nigeria full time.
Okay.
And what do you think about that?
Yeah, full time being...
As in, I go there and I live there for the rest of my life. I know my missus could live in Ghana. So if I was happy to go to Ghana...
What are you saying, that you can't live in Nigeria?
Or Ghana.
Or Ghana.
Yeah, or Ghana.
And you, why couldn't you do that?
I want to be clean.
Fuck, man.
I want to have running hot water. You know, like where it's just something's gonna go wrong. Something has to go wrong.
Where did you stay though?
Okay, so in Nigeria,
Did you stay in the mainland?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just stuff.
I
And people telling me, it depends where you stay and whatnot.
Yeah,
but
it does.
it
It
doesn't
depends
matter.
on how much money you have.
Even the hotel we were gonna stay in Ghana, the hotel that we paid for, the day before we got there, or the day before we got there, it's like, you can stay there if you want, or you can change hotels because they don't have hot water right now. It's simple. That's the hotel. So we have to change hotels, like, because we need hot water.
Do you
Stuff
think
like that.
Do you think the rich people in Ghana don't have water every day?
Yes.
The rich people.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think they're
Okay. Where I was staying in Ghana is a decent area. It's not poor. It's not affluent.
I said the rich people.
So, but the thing is, they're digging up the roads trying to fix because the roads are much better in Ghana than Nigeria, by the way. There's a few things that are better in Ghana than Nigeria, but we'll get to that. Not the women though. And so they're fixing the roads. So the water's just cut off now. So forget no hot water, no cold water, no water.
I know,
you have no water tomorrow. You have no water tomorrow.
It's bad.
I got 3 friends or people. Well, one of them is a close friend. 2 of them I know pretty well that left here and went back home, and they don't want to come back here.
How long was they living there for before they came here?
How long were they living here for?
How long were they living there before they came here? Were they born here?
They were born here. They were born. No, 2 of them were born here. One of them is a Nigerian native, and he's gone back. But 2 of them, 2 ladies, and they, found work. And one of them is not doing as well as she would like to do. But the question was, well, come back. You could get this job. You can walk into this role. And she was like, nah, I don't want to come back. For me, even having it difficult over here, I feel I'm doing better, or I could still do better. I don't want to get back into that rat race and go through a manner. She still thinks she has more opportunities to do well when she does do well back home. So the idea that it's dirty or whatever, she won't have that mindset.
All blessings. That's what I want from everyone. That is what I want from my daughter. I'm actually in the middle of writing an essay which says I want my daughter to leave me when she gets old. I want her to go, because I think me and my brother, we've discussed it earlier on, that if we were told, would you go back to Nigeria, one of the reasons the reason that my brother mentioned is that he wouldn't want to leave his family. If all his family is here, he ain't going. And I use that as an excuse as well. But I haven't gone back there because, like I said, it's been 8 years since I've been back. Maybe I've lost the memory.
Is it 8 years since you went back to Nigeria?
It was 2010 was the last time I went to Nigeria.
Serious?
Yeah, I've been to Ghana 5 years ago, but 8 years for Nigeria.
Okay, you went for your grandma, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we went twice in a year.
Yeah.
Space of a year.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like you went kind of recent.
Well, we went for a night, and then we went for a burial after.
So where was I?
About
scatterbrain. Yeah. So I feel now going back, it's not just that, but I don't want that to be the reason my daughter doesn't go. I want her to say, allow this country and go, and then start the new lineage
back home.
Yeah, back home. That's what I want. So I don't begrudge people that will do it. I praise them. I exalt them. I want that to be the case. But for me, I was sitting there and I was trying to talk myself into it. I was like, no, Stav, you can do this. You do want to live there. And then the other side of my brain is saying to me, Stav, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, because you're not happy with some of the things. One of the reasons, because we were speaking to one of the ESNers out there, so shout out Smile for Me. So we met up with her.
Oh, in Ghana?
Yeah.
He's there?
Yeah.
Is he?
She's in Ghana. So, yeah. So I was talking to her, and she's somebody that was born and raised here, and she lives there in Ghana now.
No, she doesn't. She goes back and forth.
Yeah, but she lives there now. More or less.
Does she have a full-time job here? I think that would
be fine. She got a full-time job there.
Well, that's the thing.
All right. So she's working there. She's got a house there. Mum's there. Cool. Whatever. So I'm discussing it to her, and she's like, yeah, it's no problem for her. And I'm giving her my problems. And she's like, oh, give me an example then. So I mentioned the water thing. She said exactly what you said, Mr. Wolf. If you live in the right proper areas, then you don't have to worry about that. So it's just where you are. That's what she rubbished that quick. It's just where you are. You don't have to worry about water. You don't have to worry about this and that. So then I said, all right, the poverty around me. Yeah. People begging for stuff. And she's like, so what does that mean then, innit? It's like, well, then contribute in and do something for your community. And I was like, yeah, but that doesn't stop the people coming to my window at every red light. You know, because the red lights in these countries, they stay red forever. So that's when people, they sell you stuff or they're begging. And I don't like these people.
Yeah, you got to have a thick skin, man.
And I said, and she's like, well, So something that Wahala says all the time is that maybe I'm too soft, so certain things bother me that won't bother him because I care. So if you didn't care, it wouldn't bother you, but because you care, it bothers you. So this kind of thing cares. And the reason, the way I give it is that when I'm walking down the streets of London and somebody's begging, I can give them a meal or something, or I can give them a £5 or a £10. It's whatever. Yeah, if I don't think they're gonna do drugs with it, so that's why I don't usually give money. But that's the least I can do. So, but most times I'm gonna ignore the people. That's what's gonna happen. Now in Nigeria, in Ghana, I can legitimately, because I asked, what's a normal wage for somebody in Ghana? The average wage for somebody, and she told me whatever it was, and it basically worked out about my monthly wage. So sorry, I'm talking about annual salary.
Okay.
It's my monthly wage. I said, that person begging on the street. So this is average, yeah? So this is a person that's doing all right, not just scraping the streets. That person that's begging at my window, I can legitimately sort their life out for a year without hurting. So before we went away, I knew the iPhone announcement was going to be made whilst I was in Ghana. And I had every intention of buying the phone. And I know the phone is going to cost more than £1,000. 1,200, 1,300, and the watches come out as well. So I'm there. I'm got on my phone. I realized, hold on, this is close to £2,000, and I'd allocated this money. Said, all right, for
the phone and the watch.
I didn't realize the watch, but once I saw the watch, I said, yeah, I want the watch too. So I've allocated the money. I've got £2,000 allocated for Apple products. That's what I had set aside. Can you imagine? You
Apple fucker.
Well, either way, but the point is that could support somebody for a year back home. So I can legitimately deal with these people coming to my window. It's not that I can't do nothing for you. It's I'm choosing not to do something for you, and that burns me. That I'm in Nigeria, and I ain't gonna support you.
My inside boss suffering and smiling. That's why that song is so important, because it represents Africa so. What
song's that?
Fela Kuti has made a song called "Suffering and Smiling." Yeah, and then the chorus goes, "Every day my inside boss suffering and smiling." So basically said that the African people are suffering
but smiling. At I remember that shit.
And that is Africa in a nutshell.
I've been playing Fela all week at work to my new colleagues.
It's a nutshell. Just the thing that makes me so mad is that Fela died in 90 something. Yeah, I can't remember what year it was, but 90 something. And everything that he was talking about in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s is the same with Nigeria.
Nothing's changed. If you look at China 50 years ago.
Hold on. Yeah, this way to know. Even the same politicians he's cussing in the songs, the same politicians are the same politicians there now.
Did you know? I didn't know that our Buhari, president now, was president before. I didn't know.
That's when he was one that locked up Fela.
I didn't know.
I don't think he was president. No,
basically there was no.
He was the president.
He was the head of the military, and the military took over rule of Nigeria. Because when I was in the National Museum, they had all the leaders there. They had the car that one of the presidents got shot in a Mercedes. You see all the bullet holes. It's mad, and his pictures was there, but his picture was there at the end, and like about whatever years ago, 20 years ago. I was like, hold on, what do you mean he's there? He's like, yeah, he used to run things. Bro, I'm like, boy, I was man running things as a military leader.
Let things go. Those old African dictators, presidents, whatever you want to call them, they keep a strong hold on the thing and they rotate it amongst each other.
So I was there watching CNN, a lot of CNN, whilst these people were over in China, all of them with their hands out. Can you sort us out?
Taking 80 billion worth of
debt, 60, I believe it was. It's mad. So it's depressing. There's part of me that feels at home. It feels a joy in Nigeria. Even in Ghana, I feel like this is home. But the other part of me just feels like it's different for me. I'm not an affluent person. I didn't come up rich, but I came up comfortable within reason. And this is not comfortable. And even when you're doing well, unless you're willing to do, like, it's hard to explain, but unless there's those things you just have to be willing to do to be comfortable, and I don't know if I'd be happy doing that. Like,
you have to be immoral in some aspects as well, and I don't.
Immoral, you mean?
Yeah, and I don't think you can do that, but.
I don't think you have to be. It's just
to make things easier for your life. You need to be.
Like, for instance, the uncle that we had in, I'm calling him uncle, that the person that drove us around, so Jamal, he's driving us around in Nigeria. Now, my wife was like, why are people calling him by his name? Because there's people that they call him Mr. Jamal instead of Uncle Nancy, because obviously in our culture you call people older, you don't call him by their name. But he was Mr. Jamal. So it's like, why? This man is old enough to be your dad. Because they see him as the low ring of society. So he's saying sir and madam to me and my wife, even though he's older. And my wife felt a ways. And then she wanted to do certain things that I'm like, well, you don't do that with the driver here. So when he was coming out with us, so my uncle and aunt that we're staying with allocated the driver for us, yeah? So he's taking us around, blah, blah, blah. But they're not coming with us. Then, so I'm taking him into the restaurants we're going in. I'm taking him to certain places we're going in. He's coming in with us. So the art galleries, all the restaurants. It's funny having conversations with him whilst we're doing it. When I took them out for the last night, I took my uncle and aunt as a thank you for putting us up to a nice restaurant. And it wasn't spoken or nothing. He knew he's not getting out of the car. That was just it. He put the seats down and that's it. He went to sleep because he knows.
When I'm out with you, I don't go
what
out.
I am doing is not the norm. As the hired help, which is in essence what he is, you don't mix with the people you're dealing with. So it's that kind of thing. But my missus didn't like it. So in Ghana, the same people that were helping us out there, it's kind of like indentured servitude because they stay in the family home in Ghana, but they don't necessarily pay for anything. But then, and I know that my missus's granddad put them through school and stuff. But in essence, they're the house help. Now, nobody's there at the moment. Now, everyone's in UK or Canada or wherever they are. But when people come home, all of a sudden, they turn into servant mode. So these people have jobs. So when we left, the day we left, the people stopped working. 2 of them, one to drive us, and one that just the one that stays in the house. They just quit work that day to take us around
Quit?
And you quit work for the day. That's what I said. Not for so they didn't go to work.
Because they know that they're gonna get extra.
No. Well, they probably get more money from us as a tip than what they might get at work. But I don't think that's the case. The case is just that it's almost like it's their duty to do it. And one of them doesn't even live in the house anymore. He left the house. He's an architect or something, and he stopped at that job to drive us to the airport. That's the mad thing. And then apparently because we got that share bar, we got that.
But he must.
I need to talk about transporting that.
It must be one, that he's gonna make a quick buck.
Not necessarily. He saw it as his duty because.
Do you think so? Did you ask him?
No, I didn't ask him specifically. But what he told my missus when they went to the market to get that share bar, it was that he thanked her for being like one of the nice ones when she comes over. And he's talking about a time 10 or 15 years ago when she cooked jollof for everybody. And she's like, I don't even remember what he's on about. But he said he's picked her up. He said, "Thank you. You treat us so nice. I remember that time you cooked jollof.
He treats us like a human being.
And you let basically us and the other help. You told us come and eat. And we said, oh no. Because these are big aunties. They'll be 60. And when I come in, they're trying to take your bags off you. I'm like, auntie, how can you be 60 trying to take my bag off me? It doesn't matter. It's mad. It's mad. But that's.
But they talk about the respect system in African countries and how we should have the respect there is big and everyone has respect. But when you look at it in that respect,
it's a hierarchy. It's a hierarchy.
You don't have respect. You don't have respect for somebody. You respect your elders, but you don't. You respect the rich elders.
Yeah, the same thing happens here, though.
Yeah, but here they don't complain. They don't talk about respect as it's such a massive thing. No, in Africa, we talk about respect as a big thing, and respecting your elders is the biggest thing. Yeah, but you don't respect your elders. You respect their money.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that the same thing happens everywhere.
Yeah, but let's not focus on it. We like to do that. Let's not focus on it everywhere. Let's focus on our countries.
No. What I'm saying, and the reason why I'm saying it happens everywhere, that it's normal. So you can say that we speak about respecting our elders, which this is what we do. But the whole idea of the kind of hierarchy and class system, it's the norm wherever you go.
Yeah, it is. So we focus heavily on respecting your elders.
Yeah, but you got to know that the class system happens throughout the world.
I'm not disputing that, but let's not worry about the throughout the world. Let's worry about us. So we talk about the class system, and we talk about ageism, and we talk about the fact that we should respect our elders. Does it matter whether or not they earn £5.50 an hour to if they earn $3,500 an hour? If one of them is 60 and one of them is 24, should that 24-year-old not respect their elder?
And I don't think that there is a disrespect. If for me,
if I would call somebody that's earning 24,000, that's 60-year-old, an auntie because he's disrespectful, and I would call the one that's earning £5.50 an hour by their name, then yeah, there is a disrespect.
I think what you need to take into the equation is that the person is working for you,
don't matter,
or they're working for your family. So you say that, but because it's not necessarily how you address the person. So we were calling the person uncle, but if you talk to the person that's working for you with respect by saying Mr. and such, you don't just call them by their first name. So that is the the level of respect, and they're calling you ma'am or sir because they're working for you, they're serving you to some degree. So, end of the day, as much as we talk about respect and how you deal with people, end of the day, if somebody's working for you, it's different. So you might have people that are older than for you working for you, and you treat them differently than maybe somebody that works younger than you, but they're going to treat you differently than their subordinate, just because you're their boss.
True.
So that
I've had struggles with that often in my work time.
Me too. I mean, I am a manager where I am, and there is an auntie. Well, I've left the place now, but I've moved from that location. But there was an auntie there, who is kind of elderly, and she's doing kind of a job that maybe we wouldn't do. But I would always show her that level of respect. But at the same time, she would always address me like I'm her boss. You get me? And I'll be like, oh, auntie, no. But sometimes I'll find it difficult to tell her to do things. Because she's not only just old enough to be my mum, she's old enough to be my grandma.
No, I don't find it difficult to tell them to do stuff, but I will address them as an aunt and uncle.
But you get it though, innit?
In that respect, kind of. Yeah.
But that's the thing. So it's not just you talk to the people on the street with any old this thingy. It's
some
not
of them do,
it's
though,
not the
still.
street. What I'd say is, okay, we got a lot of clothes made when we was in Nigeria. So the people that were coming, there were some old elderly men, and the people that they might just talk to them a certain way. They'll talk to the elderly man the same way they'll talk to the young girl that was making my wife's clothes. The same. You're like, why? Because you're haggling in it, so you're harsh.
I don't even know why I didn't get you to get me some attire out there.
Because I would have done it for you.
You wouldn't have.
I ain't got time.
Did you get stuff for yourself?
I'm looking out here.
How have you not got time to do that when you done it for yourself? So of course you've got time.
I got time. How many? But the material, the material that it's 23 kilos, isn't it, on the BA? Yeah, that we took a suitcase 23,
just for material.
23 kilo. In fact, it was too much.
So you got outfits that the three of you got the same kind of thing going.
Yeah, me, my wife, my daughter will have some matching outfits for a little while now, until my daughter grows out of them, and then me and my wife, unless we get too fat or too slim, we got some stuff to last us for a little while. Yeah, because
nice embroidery.
That was all my that was all my miss side there. She went Wolverhampton and bought all the material, so I didn't have a hand in it. But she's like, when my brother got a lot of stuff made.
Hold on, she went to Wolverhampton to get them.
There's stuff in West London, but she said it's more expensive.
How about back home, the material there?
Well, because we weren't going to be... She knows that... I don't know why she was hell-bent on doing it in Nigeria, but I think she was more interested in me getting clothes than her, because she knows how hard it is for men to get clothes done here. Here, she can get her women's stuff done, so she can buy material here or there and get them. So she bought material in Ghana. I'm like, why you didn't get it made here? But she's bringing it back in the UK to get it done. But she knows for me... I don't know any tailors personally. Maybe you do. I think you do. You keep it close to your chest. Maybe I don't know.
I know a couple.
But she knows how hard it is for men to get their clothes done here. So she was more about me. So she knew that she wanted it done in Nigeria. So she had to buy the material first, because she doesn't know Nigeria to go there. She doesn't know who to speak to. I need material, and we were only there for 5 days. So
ain't no close to the chest business. If people want to know, then I'll let them know.
Yeah, we need to speak.
One time as well in South London, just by New Cross, Lewisham side. You get me? Everything's in South.
So I don't know what I'm saying again, but
you're saying about me actually. You said that, or something to do.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's why I want you to continue. Yeah, because you're smart enough to know when people go back, he does exactly what you do, Mr. Wolf. He'll buy a couple of pieces of material. Yeah, get this done for me, please.
I didn't do it with you lot, which was shocking to be honest.
You didn't do it with us lot, but you did it, and so you have some decent clothes. And I haven't had. The last thing I had made was for my wedding, and although that wasn't that long ago, it was more or less 4D wedding as well. So I haven't had clothes from Nigeria for a long time, since maybe 2010.
Okay.
So they're old now. They still fit, but they're old.
I need some new, man. I need some new stuff.
So I got some decent stuff made. You need to send to auntie and uncle. They're tailor for the men. They got 2 tailors. It's good.
Them nonsense tailors that they anyway, I'm not even gonna start, man. Go on. The last tailors that they did for me was mummy and daddy gave it to somebody else, and I don't know who it was, and they were nonsense. But anyway, it wasn't their tailors. It was some other tailor.
Yeah, that one is decent.
Out, man.
They did because my woman likes pantsuits sometimes, so she does the dresses, the fish tail and all that. But sometimes she likes the trousers and top, almost similar to the men's stuff. It's a new style for women, I guess. In the last few years, they've started doing it.
Oh, modern looking. You don't really get women wearing the wrapper no more, do you? Just the regular wrapper.
Is that enticing to you?
I like it because it's looser. You know,
So if your missus came into your house wearing rapper,
it's not finger hugging though, is it?
you run, Buba. You'll be there.
You don't want the rapper. Come on, man.
not,
What should it-
Because
you know what?
Because you
let me
can't see
tell
what's
you
underneath
this.
the rapper.
Mr. Wolf's type of porn is the one where they come in the house and they're sweeping the floor with the broom, and he's watching it from the side. Oh yeah, I sweep. Hey, and then we need to example. So Mr. Wolf watches them sweep the floor, and then you watch them get up, and then they're frying plantain, and then the little oil splashes on their clothes, and they go, I need to take it off. And that's when
You're
Mr.
a
Wolf,
joker, bro.
oh yeah, let me help you.
My house girl belly.
No, but
Oh Lord,
listen.
help me.
Let me help you.
no.
Mr. Wolf, please. Don't worry.
I don't
Your
watch
wife is
porn.
not at home.
No, but I honestly think that if more of our women, the younger women, wore that kind of thing,
They do wear it though, you know. They do,
Bruv,
but they wear it in a.
I
They have
haven't
like a new
seen
style.
them do it no more. I haven't seen anybody.
No, they do it, but it's like a new style.
What's the new song?
I don't know, but I remember they were talking about it. It's like a different. It's not like a proper like
Just
we
a
roll,
rapper,
but
you
it's a
know.
rapper. But they do it like it's more like a slim fit rapper, and the tops are not like
as loose. Yeah.
They're like a proper fitted top, so they do it. They still do it.
I'm with
Because
you.
they do it
I
for
haven't
weddings.
seen it, bruv.
They all do it for weddings. When they do the traditional, that's what they wear. Robe bar. That's what they wear.
Yes,
So then they do it.
but only for traditional. I'm
Yeah.
talking about for regular.
Nobody ain't wearing a robe bar down the street, so when it blows,
No,
too heavy.
no,
To
no.
events,
I mean,
to functions.
to like events. and functions,
no, a robe bar is a serious situation. I think something's knocking. A robe bar is a serious situation. Remember, you have to keep wrapping it. It's about like a bit like a dagbada, isn't it? It can easily just get out of nick, and you have to keep wrapping it around and all that type of stuff.
I like it. Go and unwrap it to wrap it again.
Hold on.
It's you, bruv.
It's you.
Okay, it's me.
Yeah, as your foot.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is that? But
I like them unwrapping it to wrap it.
this man wants to do Father Christmas on their body.
It was a little quick
on
bit,
their
quick
body.
peek.
Yeah,
They have to slip underneath, so you can't look when they're unwrapping it.
Can I go on to the next topic?
Go ahead, bro.
I want to go on to the topic that I think is a mad thing.
I know I'm gonna forget. There's gonna be better things I wanted to talk about back home as well.
This is a mad thing.
Go ahead.
I know.
All right, so did everybody know about the guy that was in his own house, and the policewoman came to the house,
We know.
knocked on the door, bust open the door,
She went in
and shot him dead in his own house.
Yeah. But he had weed in the house, remember?
Apparently, oh yes, he had a little bit of weed.
He had weed.
But have you been hearing all the little bits and bobs that's coming out of them, the story?
I'm hearing things. I'm not so sure that they are true. Were they in a relationship? Did they know each other? What's going on?
I'm assuming they must have known each other if they live in the same apartment.
All right, so
I've seen a photograph with them together.
all right, there's
Wow.
there's a photograph going around with them together. They're not like side by side. There's people in between them, but they're in the same
But
picture.
in the same picture,
They live in the same apartment, different floors. So that's another nonsense because I think she's on the third floor, he's on the fourth, or vice versa. So it's not even on the same floor. All right. There are so I don't know if it's 100% true, but there have been reports or rumors that yes, they may have gone out, maybe not been in a full-blown relationship, but had dates or a date. There were reports that was said that open the goddamn door.
Yes.
Yeah. When
That's what
she was saying.
The neighbors were hearing her say.
And there's a neighbor that has said that she said that the door was ajar, and she pulled it open and pushed it open, and she saw the person there, and she like blah blah blah, show me your hands or whatever. Obviously, the man's in his own house. Like, what are you talking about? And she said you can't do that in these houses. She recorded her door. It's a slam lock door. It automatically closes itself and slam shuts. It's like you can't walk in and the door's ajar. There's no door ajar. You have to push the door open. You have to unlock it and push it. Once you leave it, it closes. So that part of the story sounds shady too. So there's a lot of shady parts of the story.
It's murder, man.
But
absolute murder.
The news are reporting now after this is it a week or 2 weeks this happened?
I think about a week and a bit.
Yeah.
So as you're hearing it, it'll be close to 3 weeks that they found weed in his house. So like what does that matter? What does that mean?
She wasn't there as a police officer because she was off duty.
Wow.
This is the maddest story, man.
Went to kill him.
So sorry, we actually skipped the things. For those of you that don't know the story, there is a policewoman. I think it's in DC. I'm not 100% sure, but she finished a 12-hour shift at work. They're big on this 12-hour shift. She came back to her apartment, and she states that she tried to open her door, had issues. Once she did open it, there was somebody inside her house. She told them to, show your hands, surrender yourself. Basically, they didn't. She shot twice, killed the person. Then she realized after she had gone in, switched on the light to call for backup or to call 911. Oh, this is not my house. So apparently she had to switch on the light first before she realized it's not her house. That is now what the story's come out. The police have done her for manslaughter, or not. When I say done her, that's what she's been arrested for,
but not charged.
Yeah,
not charged her for anything.
So she's off back on the streets. It's not like she's in.
She got bail.
So
100 I think was it 300,000 or 250,000?
Who paid that?
The government.
You get bail bond, innit? So that's standard. If you
do you got to pay that back?
I don't know how it works, but if you have collateral, if you have like a house or something, you can put your house up to it. So that's why they talk about poor people. They just can't get the bail.
They can't post bail.
So you could leave the jail. So this woman could leave the jail. Oh, we think you did this. We think you did manslaughter. Do we think you're a risk at leaving? Are you going to leave the country? No, we don't think you're going to leave the country and run away. So here's bail set for this much. You get the bail, you leave. Poor people now. Do you have a car? No. Do you have a house that you own that you could put up? No. So what do you have anything, jewelry or anything? Anything? No. Any artwork? No. Okay, so you cannot post a bail. You cannot go to a bail bondsman and say, I have these assets. I'm willing to almost kind of like trade this for bail. And then once I'm free, because once you're proved innocent, you get, the money's kind of squashed. You get it back. So then you remain in prison. Just for the fact that you can't afford to get out.
That's there for years, and then find out, then get not guilty and then get released.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That's fucked up. Do you know what? America as a whole is just a big fucking mess.
But this is just mad.
Everything from these flipping disasters that are going on now, which, me, I believe it's all manipulated for financial purposes, to people just killing black people for the sake of it. Mate. It's mad. You're going to go onto your floor below, and there are some apartment buildings that look exactly the same on certain floors, but you are a police officer.
Innit? Police.
You get me?
Say it like police.
You get me? Who's supposed to be smart and about their ways, innit? So you get to the floor. I'm assuming you'll see the number of the place or of the apartment, and you're going to act like there's nothing going on.
He didn't have a weapon, so there was no reason for her to shoot him as well. She didn't shoot to disarm. She shot to kill. It's mad. I don't understand how and it just shows you that the police feel like they can just do that in that country. They feel like they can just kill people it's okay. It's crazy. I couldn't believe it. Every time more and more comes out the story, I'm just like, this is just so mad that there's even a discussion about whether or not this is manslaughter or murder. It's crazy.
His name is Botham Jean.
Botham Jean. Botham.
Yeah, Botham. So just to put respect on his name is Botham Jean.
What his parents or his loved ones need to make sure is just to make sure that his organs are not taken, because
Mr. Wolf and the organs, man.
Listen, that's what they're going for. They kill them for that. They want their organs, mate. Underground market one time.
26 years old,
young man.
Just dead.
A lot of the things they say is that the man, he was a church man, he was a leader of his,
he was a good
and then
dude.
some people's like, so but does that make any difference? Do we have to say that he was one of the good ones? He went to the church, he was a church leader, he did social outreach programs, and I don't think he was one of the good ones, and he got shot in his own house. But what difference does it make?
But what they do some of the time is that if he is a person who has certain issues of the past, then that's what they would put to the forefront. He nicked a pack of M&Ms last week, so they'll make that an issue. So the mere fact that he is apparently doing good things in the community, I don't think it's a bad thing.
This is what I'm saying. This is a Zimmerman effect, man.
That guy, man.
It was a Zimmerman effect. After that, everyone just started thinking it's a fucking free for all. They can just kill every black on the block, man. It's just mad.
I want you people out there, if you're not cognizant of it, to watch the news when they show the pictures of these people that they accuse of doing a crime or that they feel might have done a crime. Look at the pictures they show. So you see a black man and they say that he was in a road rage incident, and you see a picture of him doing a gun salute or something like that, yeah? Or he was a victim of gun crime by a policeman, yeah? Who's the one that got in the UK?
Mark Duggan.
Yeah, look at the pictures they showed of him. There's pictures they showed of him where they cut off
half,
where it looks like he's screwing,
and
then you only see the top half of him. You see the top half of his torso from the chest up, from the bottom down. He's holding his daughter, but they don't show.
No. The one that I think you're referring to is not his daughter. He's holding a R.I.P. heart that was drawn for a deaf loved one, and he's at a cemetery.
Wow.
So that is why he had this like the harsh look on his face, because
but they made it look like he was a gunman killer.
So, because there was one recently where there's a man that is I think he had done like one of these doctors or something. You know when they go around killing like their what do you call it? What's the person that goes to the doctor?
Patients.
The patients. One of them like is accused of killing 12 of his patients or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a picture of him holding his whole family like in green pastures. Like you would never think that this is the picture they're using to say, oh, this is a serial killer. Because he looks like he looks like a picture you'd use for an advert for that you're trying to sell a house out in the sticks somewhere.
Yeah, but it doesn't even start with the pictures. Do you remember? I think that just not recently again there was another guy or girl or somebody in America that had a whole heap of drugs. But they go to like a good school, and the court just let them off and said, "Oh, because we think that you got a good future, we're gonna let you off."
Oh yeah, that's happened. That's even happened to dudes that have raped women.
Yeah, it happened to the rape. That's why they always say, "Look, this is the same thing that happened to the rapist." That they said, "Yeah, you raped, but you got a good school, so we're gonna let you off that rape."
Yeah, you have a promising future. You have a promising future, and we don't want to mess that up.
Tarnish it with that rape. It's crazy. America's mad, absolutely balmy. I don't know. I just thought we should touch on it because I think it's just a madness.
Do you know what? Sorry, go on.
All right, I'll just be quick then, because therein lies another thing that every country has its own issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another thing that fella says. Every country has its own issues. Africa too has its own issues. Nigeria has its own issues.
Yes,
that's Viva Africa. Long live Nigeria. Sorry, I just had to put it. But my point is that everything's got something you can point at and look at. So I know you're mentioning things earlier on, Wahala, that we as Nigerians, why don't we look at ourselves? Why are you pointing outwards? And yes, I do believe that. I am big on self-reflection and taking responsibility for your own actions. But then you have to look at it. Sometimes the things is the same everywhere. So for instance, in Ghana, we had to pay off a policeman when we went to one retreat, and we drove forever. We went to the Cape Coast. We went to the slave castles. And on the way there, they had loads of checkpoints. At one point, we were speeding blatantly. Like it was a 50 mile an hour. He was doing 66. They had the speed guns. They had speed guns in Nigeria. I didn't even know, Ghana. And he ended up, Ghana. So he paid them off like 3 CDs, which is nothing. But end of the day, they were like, "Oh, this is what it's like in Ghana. This is what it's like in Ghana." I said, "Yeah, I've done the same in Nigeria." "Oh, then this is what it's like in Africa." I said, "Well, I've done the same. I personally, I've done the same in Brazil." Well, I said, exactly. I said, if we could afford it, you could do the same thing in London as well. If somebody pulls you over for something and it's really that steep, and you had a bag of money in your trunk, they will take the money. So police are just corrupt everywhere. So it's not about always picking on your own country or picking on your own people. Oh, we do this, we do that. Sometimes it's what you see is just what's in front of you. But if you were to go outside,
what you get now.
Well, if you went outside and you saw more,
I would say that police are corrupt everywhere, but what they do in America is a different level of corruption. I think it's kind of outside corruption.
Because race plays a part in it.
Yeah, because race plays a part. It's just mad. Whereas back home and in other countries, I think it's more about class in it, and those police officers find a way of trying to bring more money to their household, perhaps by hustling. You know what I mean?
The hustle, man.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry, I stopped you from
Do you know what I was thinking about? And I'm not going to go with that. I want to get the input of Simple Simon, who is not here, by the way. So large up Simple and large up Web Slinger.
I don't even know if you should large up the actor.
Well, we'll do both of them.
But they're not here.
Yeah, it's a question I'll touch on when we stop recording. I want those, particularly Simple Simon and Wahala, to input on it.
Well, I'm going home after this, so you do that maybe today, mate.
Don't worry, we'll talk about it next week. It's to do with sport, man. It's all good, man.
Ah, okay.
And there's a big fight tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, there is Triple G
and Canelo.
I know nothing about boxing, so if you guys want to talk about your team,
it's not a podcast conversation for me. I don't know enough about this to talk about this either. I've got to be completely honest. Boy, so what? You touched down today. And what the question? How do you feel about coming back and seeing more white people?
Well, you know what? One thing I noticed, because obviously the majority of people over there is black. 99% of the people you see are black. There's a few Chinese that you see, and a few white, and everybody's looking at them. And because you know me, when it comes to this racism stuff, I don't necessarily. I'm not quick to cry racism. I'm always quick to look at things from the other point of view. And I said, I would love for people that's like, oh, why are you always watching us, or why are you always doing this, to come and see what the white person feels like in walking in the streets of Accra. because everyone's looking at you. And I think, yes, I know we're not super minority, but go to some place in the sticks, go to some place in Wales. I've been to Wales or in Ireland, but I've always gone to the major hubs. Then I've been told in the island you cannot go to this place. Yeah, you, Mr. Black Man, cannot go there. By whites, they've told me, nah, man.
Really?
Yeah. Not that they're gonna do you any harm, but it's a racist place. Like, why would you They're just like, there's no reason for you to go there. Nobody wants you there. There's nothing there for
Conor
you.
McGregor.
If you go there, it could be trouble for you. So there's no reason for you to go there. Because this is when I was in Dublin. I had this conversation, and it's like, well, there's areas you can't go to, and they're talking to me. And my point is, if I was there, everyone would be, because
there's a lot of travellers in Ireland as well, and those travellers do not like blacks.
Yeah, they're probably
standard. You call them pikeys, travellers, whatever, mate. They don't
racist,
like us, mate.
So it's just, whenever you're the minority, people gonna look at you. I just want you to understand that.
Yes, but I think the consensus is, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that we tend to be more welcoming than other people.
Well,
the thing is, and that has been to our detriment.
We always open hands.
In Ghana and Nigeria, I repeat, in Ghana and Nigeria, Chinese got their own hotels.
That's what I'm saying.
The one in Ghana, I think it's Ghana, so correct me if I'm wrong, people out there. It's called the Chinese Hotel. Bruv, it's called the Chinese Hotel. It's got Chinese writing under the thing. And because what I found is there's a place in Accra called Oxford Street, and I went there last time, and there was a lot of street merchants there, and they're doing a lot of work. So Ghana has gone a long way in the 5 years I've been. Unlike Nigeria, in the 8 years I've been, it's not much change. I mean, they're dealing with the affluent areas of Nigeria that I didn't touch this trip. But the places where, like, the hubs, the hub, where hustle and bustle in Ghana, I've seen the progress in 5 years. So this Oxford Street, imagine it's kind of like an Oxford Street in the UK. It's a main street where you have shopping. Now, back then there was lots of street traders and stuff. Now it seems like, but just behind the street traders, they had the big shops, the big banks and KFCs and all that stuff. Now you see more of those shops and less of the street traders. But what was my point? What did I start off talking about? But the roads is a lot better now. They have massive shopping centers there. But yeah, what I found is my missus was going to go somewhere, and I had to make time to figure out what I'm going to do with myself. So I said, all right, and I looked around the area on the Google Maps, and I see 1 casino, 2 casinos, 3 casinos. I'm like, what's with all these casinos? Then when we actually drove down there a couple of days later, and I saw the Chinese hotel in this area around Oxford Street, I said, oh yes. And then you see more Chinese people actually walking around, because for some reason, obviously this is where they feel safe, because maybe it's it's that kind of area. So there's lots of Chinese people there, and I realized, what do Chinese people love doing? Gambling. All these casinos, because I've never been to Africa and like casinos, proper casinos with bright lights and everything, not big, but they actually say casino on the front, and that's not something I've seen in West Africa before. I don't know, the Chinese have bought their casinos to Nigeria and to Ghana, because I play poker, and I've gone to casinos here in the UK, and if you are the type of person to go to a casino, you know what you're going to see there. It's not racist. 60-70% of the people there on any given night, it's not even all. It's the Chinese. The Chinese love to gamble.
See, that brought that back home. You know, African people are not big on the gambling thing.
Well,
you get me. So
I didn't go into any, so I don't know what was in there, but.
No, they're gonna look to try and bring that down there, man. Nonsense, man. Not
Chinese hotels, bro.
Well, there's a Chinatown in Nigeria, so why not have a hotel?
Is there an Africa town in China?
Probably.
Definitely not.
It is not called Africa town. It's called Ghetto.
Or Niger town.
It was just very interesting. I was saying on the phone that I didn't want to talk about the. Oh, you know what? I didn't. Let me say one good thing and one bad thing about the Ghanaians. Yeah. So first of all, the area I'm in didn't have the short, dark skinned men that I always talk about, the stocky men. They weren't short. In Accra, they weren't short. I've been told that's another area and it's another tribe. It's the Ashantis that are short, stocky.
Yeah, the Ashanti. Yeah.
And the way I'm in Accra, in the capital city of Ghana, that's not where they are. They are in other places, anyways. Yeah, so that's where they were. So where I wasn't looking down on everyone. But also, one of the things that I do mention about the Ghanaians is that their women have beautiful dark skin, flawless, and they have the big bottoms. Now the big bottoms remained, but I ain't gonna say nothing too bad, but I ain't saying nothing else. So I was proved wrong twice. Let's put it that way.
So what? They had lovely skin, big bottoms, and
No.
pretty.
No, the women had bottoms. There was so much bottom in Ghana that you stopped looking at bottom in awe.
Because it was norm.
It was the norm.
The anti-bottom though.
Huh?
The anti-bottom.
Anti-bottom, prime back, Optimus Prime, Prime Me.
Okay.
Just every type of bottom you wanted to see.
Just to
was
let
there.
people know, when we say pram back, we mean when you know when a woman pushes the pram and they arch their back to push the pram. That's what we call pram back.
Every kind of bottom was there, but not every kind of face.
Oh dear.
But I think I actually, but what I noticed in Ghana and Nigeria is that finances is linked to beauty when it comes.
That's the world, isn't it?
Nah. I've seen a lot of poor
Go
people
to the
that are
hood.
good looking.
Yeah, go to South. Listen, we're the best looking girls in London. South London, innit? And they ain't got no money.
You're
Nah,
just-
So-
you go to a village and you can see some serious.
Yeah, but
Some serious.
I'm just saying, the more affluent the area I was in, the better looking the women were.
Sorry. They're cleaner than maybe
Uncle,
maybe
stop
maybe you might
touching.
feel a little bit cleaner. I don't know. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Is there anything else we've got to touch on today?
Nothing. Well, because I've just touched on it, because these guys didn't bother. Oh, then there was that question you wanted to ask. If the perfect day.
You want to touch on that?
We ain't got nothing else to talk about, dog.
How much time are we in?
1 hour, 25 minutes.
Oh, for real?
We can just end it, man. But then we can talk about that. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question though.
I'll ask the question.
But it's kind of
I'll ask the question and then we can end up on that, innit? Unless it leads into something else.
No,
So a question was sent to us and it was, if you could create your perfect day, what would it be like? Describe from start to finish.
I'm not doing all that.
What a request.
I'm not doing all that.
Yeah.
Describe it from start to finish.
Well, let me start and let me kind of get the ball rolling. Yeah.
Give me some head.
Well, definitely. Obviously, now this is the thing, and this is kind of basing it on the day starting when you wake up, as opposed to midnight. That's your new day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shout out Ice Cube.
you know what I'm saying. So today was a good day. So I'm waking
Uncle
up.
Ice.
I'm waking up to my balls getting licked and head standard.
Damn, 47.
Might as well go back to sleep.
Well, that's gonna
Day
keep
done.
me up. It's gonna keep me awake. It's gonna keep me up. Pun intended. Yeah.
At the end of the day,
So-
like an anticlimax from there. Like, that's it.
Well, that's the thing.
Literally and figuratively.
You know, I mean, that is for me the perfect start to the day. So you're there in your bed, you're lying down, you're rubbing your eyes. Next thing you see is your woman giving you head.
Is there what's the word for that?
I don't think there's.
Rape?
This guy is always on that thing.
I'm just saying, innit?
Consent, innit?
There's no consent there, bro. No consent in that situation there.
Fuck
But anyway, carry on. So you like rape in the morning? Carry on.
You got problems, bro.
Oh,
Straight problems. Straight problems.
I like the smell of rape in the morning.
Call it what you like. I want my balls licked
Okay, carry on.
first thing in the morning.
Okay.
So I don't want to bust. I want her to sit on the team.
This man's properly going in, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, man.
Keep going.
Let's do this shit in detail, innit? So yeah. So sex in the morning, but it's the kind of sex where I don't need to do much.
You don't do much. So lazy sex for you.
So I'm laying down.
Lazy sex
and-
for you. Exercise for her.
Yeah, I'm laying
Alright.
down and she's doing the reverse rodeo. You know, I'm laying down and just enjoying the thing. We bust together. So I'm on the bed. She gets up and she makes me breakfast. Furthermore, I'm going back to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I'm going back to sleep and I'm getting a little half an hour, 1 hour sleep.
Just stewing in them juices. Huh?
That's what I'm saying. And then I wake up to the smell of breakfast. Yeah? To the smell of the kind of breakfast that I want practically every day, which is
Swine in it. Bacon.
hell no, I don't eat that shit. But a Nigerian breakfast is yam and egg. So yam and egg and maybe some soft, the soft sweet plantain. You get me? So food. I'm about my food, innit? So
Of course.
so that's me. I'm having my breakfast downstairs. And my day could end there and I'll be happy. But I'll throw Liverpool in there. Liverpool have won. Liverpool won their game in the afternoon by beating Man United or Arsenal, one of the two.
Beat the Supersonics.
Clean sheet, 5-0.
This is just sounding like ice cream.
You get me? Yeah, man. And then
this way you know that it's such underachievers. Instead of him to say that on his favourite day they win a cup or they win the league, he just wanted to win a game. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about having the evening in a cup final flex, but nah, let's just spend some of that day with my beautiful kids, spending time. Furthermore, I'm having a gathering with friends and family, kids, adults, food, alcohol, enjoyment, music, the whole. You know, I like that kind of flex.
Mm-hmm.
I love getting my people together and everybody enjoying a big house party. And I'll come home, have sex again, and go to sleep.
That's
all in the midst of me making money whilst doing nothing. So I got my businesses going in the background and they're making money.
So that's what is a perfect day, yeah?
Yeah, I think that would be making money, sex, music, enjoyment, family.
Okay.
And Liverpool. Boom.
Have you got answer this stuff?
No, but let me just try and throw some things in there that may contribute to a perfect day for me. Maybe it might end on going on some sort of trip because I do like holidaying. You know what? Because I didn't think of the question when I read it before. It's only sitting here now. I'm thinking about it, and something's just hit me. This is why I'm blessed. So I don't live the perfect life, and I don't have perfect days. I don't think I've had a perfect day.
But this is hindsight, isn't it?
But my point is that,
or hypothetically speaking,
my normal days is blessed. Today was blessed. I came back on from a trip, and I was looking forward to giving the gifts that I had bought to my family. So I found out that a couple of my nieces and nephews that from my brother's side, or great nieces, sorry, were at my sister's house with my nephew and niece from that side. So it was an opportunity for me to give them a bunch of gifts. So that was what brought me joy. So coming home from a trip, lying in bed with my wife because we were tired. It was a night trip. We got home in the morning. We had a shower. We cleaned up a bit. We slept with my wife and my daughter. We was all in the same bed together. Just fell asleep. Got up, gave some gifts to my family, and then I'm here with you guys. Now it's not a perfect day. Don't get me wrong, but it's blessed. I'm blessed all the time. So I'd rather look at my life like that rather than try and find this perfect day. I'm just actually looking at what I'm living and saying every day I'm blessed, every day I'm blessed, every day I'm blessed, and keep thanking for that.
I am blessed.
So hopefully that can continue.
I think that is good,
but
it's a cop out.
It is a cop out. It's like I would co-sign everything that you're saying, and I think that the majority of us here are thankful for the small things that we have, and thankful for some of the big things that we see as big. But it's just a hypothetical question, innit, man? You know what I'm saying? But some people, when someone proposed it to me, I had to think about it a little bit.
The thing that I'll look for is just give me money without having to go to work, because the rest of my life is Chris. It's going to work, and even then I have to work to make money so I can do the Chris things that I like doing. This money I'm talking about putting aside to buy all this stuff, I have to work for it. So let me not have to work for the money. Let it come to me. Let me be like a Nigerian politician, and then I'll be happy.
Okay, all right.
You'll be a bastard then.
Nah.
A Nigerian politician, bruv. All of them at the moment are bastards.
Yeah.
It's the young ones that are coming behind them.
There we go. The king of the young and the king of the men.
Yeah, man.
That's what you are.
Trust me. It's the young ones, man. From when they pass that law, things will change in the next 10, 15, 20 years.
We'll see. Big wahala.
Okay, so I would wake up in the morning. I'd wake up before my missus, and I wanted. Okay, let's start from the night. So we're saying 12 midnight to 12 midnight, yeah?
Not really, but
let's just do it that way, innit? So that is 24 hours. So what I would like to do is to go from 12 midnight to whatever time I wake up without having to go to the toilet. Right?
Were you saying that you go to?
I have to go to the toilet all the time. There was one time I went to the toilet 6 times in a row in the night. Man. Because what happens is I go to because the toilet.
What are you talking about after you go to bed?
Yes,
you have to wake up and go.
Yes, and you know what it is?
I feel sorry for you, man.
It's all psychological. Because the toilet is downstairs and away, I think about going to the toilet. So as soon as I think about going to the toilet, I have to go. And I'll go. There was one time I went to the toilet. I came back upstairs. I thought, oh, God, man, I'm glad I went to the toilet. I hope I don't have to go to the toilet again. And I had to go back downstairs immediately to go to the toilet again. It's like I think about it. I think about it now. I want to go to the toilet now. As soon as I think about going to the toilet, it's like I need to go to the toilet. So go from 12 to whatever time I wake up without having to wake up to go to the toilet.
Did you wet your bed when you was a kid?
I've never wet my bed. No. I've not wet bed wet at all. That's why, because I get up and go to the toilet. Yeah. So get that out of the way.
This is madness.
Right? You need to go, doctors, bruv.
My missus don't go, man. I'd be like, why can't you go? Why can't you go for me? So getting up, so not getting up to go to the toilet is one thing. But in saying that though, when I sleep on my own, I don't have this problem.
That's me. I would be so vexed, bruv.
When you sleep on your own, you don't have to go to the toilet.
Not much now. Okay. I wake up normal time, whatever. I go to work and go to the toilet.
Go to your GP, bruv.
I don't think it's that. I just think it's a proper psychological thing of me thinking about going to the toilet. Because when I go to the toilet, I wake her up. And I think I don't want to wake her up.
But go anyway.
No, it's not. No,
it's typical man.
Let me finish my day. My day doesn't involve me going to the freaking GP, man. So sitting there at the GP,
but it involves you not having to get up at night.
Not having to go to the toilet. Yes, that is a thing for me. So I wake up in the morning.
This man is in his mid-30s, man.
I wake up in the morning. I would like to sit down when I'm lying down. I would like to see my missus sleeping because I like to watch her when she sleeps. like what's his name? Lionel Richie. Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Go back and watch that video and see how creepy it is.
Yeah, that creep, man.
That is fucking.
But I do
so
like looking.
Sweet,
I like looking at her sleep because she looks very beautiful when she sleeps.
Oh, that is so sweet. Bro.
So I'll look at her when she sleeps and then I'll poke her still. But let her wake up first because we're not doing them.
And you ask her first. May I please?
Can I have some, please?
Please, sir. Please, ma'am. Can I have some?
Imagine not asking your fiance, like, please, can I have some?
I had to decide.
I didn't want to poke you when you're sleeping.
Punt.
So anyway, man, just slide it in there, innit?
Off your pant. But yeah. So that in the morning potentially. So Mr. Wolf flex, I suppose. Then get up, go and play football for a couple of hours. Come back, watch football for about a couple of hours again. Then I'll go and have dinner. Either with the man them. So we'll go with, lunch. So I want it to be early enough to waste brunch then actually. Brunch with the man them. All of the man them, we go eat brunch, enjoy ourselves or whatever. Then after brunch
brunch is in between breakfast and lunch, you know.
Whatever, man. Whatever after lunch. When about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, we go and eat what I would call breakfast probably, because that's what time I eat breakfast usually anyway. So then go and we go and eat something, whatever we enjoy. I don't care what it has to be. Something that I really, really like, I suppose. Have our banter, have our chat, have our jokes for a couple of hours.
Have an argument.
Leave there, go to my parents' house, and then the whole family be there. And then I'll just spend the day with the rest of the family for the day. And then at the end, and I get home around 11 or whatever, I check my lottery ticket, my Euro winnings, and I've won.
Check pussy.
And I've won Euro winnings.
Imagine family and football took up a big part of that day. Some people, that's their idea of hell.
It's true. It's true. But
it has to be.
But all of us,
and it to be sunny outside.
The weather 100%.
And no youth has been stabbed or whatever in the vicinity in the area. Everything's all right. People.
This is Ice Cube. Today was a good day.
He had a good day
because in that one as well. But the same thing. Nobody got shot. Nobody got shot.
He won his basketball game. He banged his side piece and his girl, I think, didn't he?
I don't know. I don't even have to win the football when I'm playing, by the way. I just want to play. I just want to play football.
And he didn't get stopped by the police.
He did. Once he got home.
When he got home. Yeah.
But they let him off.
No.
Oh yeah, when they bust open the door, innit? But that was like after the day.
The helicopter.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, but so I think that would be my perfect day.
All three of us are about family and getting people together and enjoying life around our loved ones and the people that we like.
This is why I'm blessed,
man.
But for me, that's almost a Sunday for me, really. You know.
This is the point.
If we do the podcast on a Sunday, that's almost a Sunday. I go to see my family. I have my breakfast. I have football. I watch football. I come to my family house, and then I do the podcast. So that's really
money aside. And I don't know what you do in your bedrooms, you guys. So I'm gonna leave out the sex part. But let's just say that hopefully we will have decent sexual lives. Yeah. So money aside, we are living our dream. If we had more money, what is it you're looking for?
Who do we know this jet setting up and down the place? We saw a picture of, what's this rapper called? Lethal B going mad. Was it you that posted it?
Yeah. So
Chip and Lethal B.
Just tell that little story because I love it.
They were all on the private jet going mad. I think it was what's his name's private jet actually. Alan Sugar's, because you mentioned that he's hired Alan Sugar's private jet, and they were like, "We're on a private jet, bro!" And they were all hyped. And the joke thing was, my niece was on the private jet just the week before, and it was standard. But that's what I'm saying. But that's not their jet. That's not their jet though.
It's not their jet, but still,
it's not their jet. But it's not the first private jet she's been on,
and it's not Lethal B's jet either.
Yeah, I know, but it's just different strokes for different folks. But different things for different people. It just was funny to me that it was like that. That a 11 or 12-year-old is
the contrast. The contrast was mad.
Yeah.
And the thing was,
even my man, he goes on a jet every now and then. We've got two friends who tend to travel on jets every now and then, and it's no.
One of them will boast that he was on a jet. Don't let the dad will boast more than the daughter that he was on the jet.
Yeah, you ain't on the daughter's Instagram. For she's posted too. That's true.
But she's our father's daughter.
They went to Disneyland Paris. That was what the private jet was for.
One of them.
And they let's say it closed. Let's say normally it closed at 5 or 6 or whatever. I don't know. But for 2 hours after closing time, or it closed early. I'm not sure which one.
It closed early, and they had 2 hours in Disneyland by themselves. We should have had a debate about that because we was in the group chat. Yes, we had a massive debate about that.
So what was the debate?
It was in the debate because I was saying that I was really upset about the fact that happened.
They were
in your family chat.
No, in the group chat, the man in group chat.
He was sending all the videos of him walking down Disney World streets.
I lost my chats.
Streets were barren. It was only the staff that were there, and they were just catering to these people.
How comes they only let them to?
Basically, the guy had paid. The guy had paid. A group of them have paid for a group of them to have exclusive access to Euro Disney. Okay. Yeah, but my problem is this. Yeah, and this is why I was upset. Or let me say I wasn't upset, but I wasn't happy with the situation. Yeah, it's okay if you have exclusive access after the closing time, but it's not okay when you're taking away 2 hours of somebody else's time. So imagine you, Mr. Wolf, you're not a rich man. You don't see your kids all the time, maybe, yeah? But you've been saving all your year to take your child to Euro Disney. Right? You think you're gonna get there for, I don't know, 6, or I don't know, maybe get there for 12, and you're gonna have 6 hours of fun with your child. You're gonna have to line up for some of these for some of these rides and stuff like that. So it might take a lot of time. But you've saved up enough time and you've planned it all out. Then you get there and suddenly you find out, oh, sorry, we're going to close early because somebody's got more money than you has decided that they want to book out the place for 2 hours. It's not nice. It's not nice.
Yeah, I hear that.
And I think at times people don't think about all of that. You don't think about that man that's had to save, those children that had to leave there or enjoying themselves have to leave early because you wanted to have it to yourself.
Are you sure they closed it early?
That's what it was said. That was what was said in there. They closed early, 2 hours early, just to let them roam around. As I said, if it was after, no problem. You paid your money extra. People, as long as the staff are getting paid their extra overtime and they're prepared to do it, no problem at all. But if you're telling people that they can't come on to you, come there because you've decided to pay it off, bad. No, and I don't think anybody should support that.
Money talks.
Yeah, I don't support that, man. And if it was me, I wouldn't have been involved in that.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, of course you can.
You don't have enough money to do that as well.
What do you mean? Of course you could.
Yeah, because they
let me just pay to close something.
No, the rich and the famous will do that for department stores, theme parks, all kinds of places.
I get a store
just to make sure that they are away from
a theme
the
park
public.
with thousands and thousands of people.
Why not?
You're just because it's
if
got
the rich
thousands
and
and thousands of people.
Yeah, but if your tickets cost so amount of money and they think for each person they're gonna get the ticket price and maybe an extra £60-70 on merchandise, and if that person says I'll give you $100 on top of the ticket price, you're making more money to do it.
I think that kind of thing happens a lot. We just don't get wind of it.
I guess so.
And they'll just tell you, we're closing early because of this.
Yeah, because if I didn't know the person that was part of the party, I still wouldn't know about that.
I bet Jay-Z and Beyonce take their daughter to certain places, but they lock it off.
Of course.
And you won't know about it.
But
because they cannot roam. They can't just be free.
But this is the problem now. In that situation, though, wouldn't you want your daughter to see other kids?
Yeah, but they can't. They wouldn't be able to enjoy the time because they'll just be surrounded by
security,
fans, and it will just be too much.
People taking pictures of your kid.
Yeah, it'll be too much. So I can understand why they would do that, you know.
But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, don't know how we even got to this part still. But
good days.
That would be my good day, and maybe we should end it on that good day.
Ladies and gents, try and live your best life and make the life that you're living your best day. Or that when somebody asks, what is your best day, that it's as close to what you're doing now as possible.
Yo.
That's blessed life.
All right.
So that's episode 90 done without that actor and Simple Simon. So let me just give out their shout outs and their socials. So that actor is at that actor on Instagram and Twitter. That's DATACTOR. So shout him out. I'm sure he's working, doing something. And Simple Simon is at Simple Simon FB on Twitter. So holler at him and tell them that you missed them this episode. It was dry. So, Mr. Wolf, are you ready?
Yeah. I went to the theatre. And I went to watch a show called New Nigerians this very night. And it was at a place called the Akola Theatre. You know what that is?
In Dilston.
Yeah. What are you laughing for?
No. So actually, for somewhere else, so don't worry about me.
Akola Theatre. And there was only 3 people in the actual cast. Yeah. And it was good. It was just, it's a small kind of theatre. There must have been about maybe 100 or 150 people in there, and it was a lot of fun. They touched on politics, they touched on family, and today was actually the last day, but they have done shows in February and they will be coming back. So when they do come back, I will let you guys know. And you can catch me on Instagram on aka Mr. Wolf, on Twitter on aka _Mr. Wolf. I did want to mention something else, but could you come back to me?
You look like you got camel lips.
Big Wahala.
Big Wahala on Insta, Big Wahala on Twitter. How at your boy?
All right, I am at Stavros.
I found it. Okay, so you guys kind of touched on garments, clothing, attire, and I have got one place on Instagram called Bada Clothing. It's a young lady. I think she's only about 25 years old. She set this up no more than 6-7 months ago. I saw her and her people in Pop-Up Africa, and they've got some wonderful pieces of attire for ladies, for men, hats, and also for children, boys and girls. And I've got one attire from them and it fits me very well. So go on Instagram, GBADA_clothing, and they've got a website, gbadaclothing.co.uk, Bada Clothing, and you will not be disappointed. Some good outfits there.
It fits me very well. Such a Nigerianism. Oh, that fits you nice.
Fits me well.
Okay, you're done.
I'm done, baby.
Thank you. I should call this the interruption episode. All right. I am at Stavros Boss everywhere. I ain't got a Stavros Says this week because, as you can tell, we didn't prep this week very well at all. So I also don't have a Stavros Says. You can catch us collectively at ESN Podcasts on Instagram and on Twitter. Search for Eloquently Say Nothing on Facebook and find us there. Use the email esnpodcast@gmail.com if you want to send in any questions, comments, or long form requests for advice, because we can do that. And use the hashtag ESNPod wherever you are to discuss with us, and we will find you and we will discuss our topics with you. Thank you very much for listening in. We are out.
And if you ain't saying nothing, say it.
Slag for life. You know, there's probably stuff from last week.
I didn't say that. We just did the next stuff.
From last week?
Yeah, there was so much stuff.
There was a lot of stuff.
There was so much stuff.
We didn't even mention Queen Radio.
I haven't watched that. Have you listened to that podcast?
I think there's a discussion.
good.